Video game greatness can occasionally come outside of the game itself.
You know, I get so tired of all the shooting and the killing.
It's so nice.
It's nice to have a little moment with you like this.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 live-action video game trailers. For this list, we take a look at promotional material that uses real-life actors or celebrities to advertise the game in question. They may feature excellent performances, unexpected celebrity cameos, or a production value rivaling the title they're attached to.
When does this stop?
Number 10, Titanfall.
Like the seashore clings to the sea.
It may have just been a minute long, but the work that went into this TV spot for the mecha-style FPS is astounding. Each loyal Titan is created with minute attention to detail, while the carnage they create throughout this metropolitan area is produced with almost entirely particle effects.
Before we get finished, we'll make the town.
Frank Sinatra sings Me and My Shadow as the camera tracks a regular bearded chap about his daily business, gleefully reveling in the same invincibility you'd soon be enjoying at home. Inevitably, our smiling hero soon finds his path blocked by another player and his faithful Titan. As they gear up for an epic battle, the scene seemingly transitions into gameplay, adding a little more juice to that hype train. Number 9, Far Cry 3.
Hello?
Starring Christopher Mintz-Plasse as himself and Michael Mondo as a live-action version of the sociopath he voices in the game, this 5-webisode series sees McLovin's reality show go fatally awry, perfectly establishing the brutal island paradise you'll soon be inhabiting.
Say hello to the internet peoples. You psycho!
Mondo, as Boss Montenegro, takes us through his full repertoire of torture techniques, each carried out with a dark, unhinged humor more ludicrous than you'll ever see in the game.
Oh my god! Spiders, I hate this shit!
As Mintz-Plasse finally succumbs to being electrocuted and urinated on, it seems that Boss's fun is at an end, but much to his relief, some unwitting fodder has just skydived onto the island, thus beginning the events of the game.
6 skydivers just land on the island!
Really? Honest.
Yes, really!
You hear that,
6
Chris?
of them!
Why the do you people keep coming here, huh?
Number 8, Star Wars Battlefront. By evoking the memories of one of the most iconic movie scenes in history, this large-scale shooter attempts to align itself with the original trilogy of space epics, the only Star Wars films worth watching at the time.
Now don't you forget this. Why I should stick my neck out for you is quite beyond my capacity.
Just as Obi-Wan was transported into another realm when he struck down by his former Padawan, the ad says that any average Joe from around the world will do the same when entering DICE's gorgeous recreated battlegrounds. Anna Kendrick, adding some celebrity gravitas while wielding a butter knife lightsaber, repeats Kenobi's legendary words as John Williams' score swells.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Leaving us with the new hope that the Star Wars Empire will strike back and return to its rightful place as the galaxy's premium franchise. Number 7, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Beginning as an automobile-based take on Sergio Leone's spaghetti western, sports cars and the police's very best engage in a Mexican standoff with a deserted Fairhaven city as a backdrop. As one of the most played out film tropes, you know the tension will soon break, but perhaps you didn't expect that to happen by the driver of a drifting Ford Focus brandishing his middle finger to law enforcement while Jump On It blasts out. Directed by Jon Favreau, whose previous work includes Iron Man 2 and Chef, the ensuing chase shows what these brutes are capable of before almost unnoticeably swapping into street racing gameplay. Big cars plus a great soundtrack equal an easy sell for us. Number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops. This FPS series has quite the pedigree when it comes to live-action promotion, but this one for the first Black Ops game just beats Modern Warfare 3's The Vet and The Noob to our list. Kobe Bryant and a useless Jimmy Kimmel provide the star power alongside a collection of unexpectedly lethal everyday folks like nurses, chefs, and concierges alike, as they distribute lead with consummate ease. Activision spared no expense in marketing their franchise, and this dramatization of what it's like to play the game goes hard with the blockbuster effects and Mick Jagger's moody end-of-times lyrics.
Concierge.
Number 5. The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. In a cinematic sequence that wouldn't look out of place in Season 7 of Game of Thrones, frenzied townspeople flee from an unseen threat, and even soldiers abandon their posts in the desolate settlement. Our hero in a horned helm does no such thing, however, striding calmly to face the beast causing so much panic. The hairs on your neck prickle as the revealed dragon roars in our unflinching hero's face, ramping up player excitement at the time to a solid 11 after 5 long years since Oblivion's initial release. Now that the game is out there, we know it's epic enough to not need support from movie quality scenes like this, but are we complaining that we got it anyway? Definitely not. Number 4. Sleeping Dogs. There aren't many words in this unrelenting 3.5-minute short. Lead character Wei Shen is mute throughout, yet it still manages to communicate plenty about what to expect from this gritty open world game.
Someday you're gonna realize you've been sleepwalking. Get back home.
The improvised hand-to-hand choreography is excellent, and while not on the same technical level as the Old Boy corridor scene, it similarly makes you feel the weight of every single blow. It doesn't give too much away about the undercover cop plot, instead only giving a hint of its duality throughout contrasts between Hong Kong's seediest areas and its neon facade. It's actually pretty representative of the brutal combat that you see in-game, just with fewer heads shoved into air conditioning systems, that is. Number 3. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
Have these augmentations really been
There are
tested?
people who say that what is happening is unnatural, that we're playing God, but people were scared of electricity.
Continuing the themes established in Human Revolution's live-action trailer with a notable improvement in quality, this trailer features imagery and commentary that not so subtly reflects current political and social issues.
This is an attack on humanity.
Although a little too real for some, it succinctly shows how the human race is tearing itself apart in 2027. Even observing that the media is inflated and exploiting differences between humans and the augmented for their own interests.
You've seen what your kind are doing?
My kind? You sound just like them.
These issues are kept grounded by following the faltering relationship between a normal man and an augmented woman, giving us a reference point for how global governmental decree affects the individual. And you know, people still say that video games can't be art.
We are still your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters, your lovers.
Number 2. Metro Last Light. You don't need to speak Russian to understand the horror of this situation, the sheer cluelessness and desperation on the face of each hapless soul giving you all the necessary detail of the impending nuclear attack. Although most are nameless, the stories of 3 who managed to make it down into the metro show how life below Moscow has been flipped on its head. The model and commander see their past lives crumbling away with the society that made them, while the previously laughed-at preacher gains a cult following. Post-apocalyptic games are pretty played out these days, but this FPS managed a terrifyingly visceral method of immersing you in what humanity has done to itself. Before we reveal our top pick, let's have a look at some honorable mentions.
If a loved one was infected, could you do the right thing?
Congratulations. Humans haven't been on the moon in hundreds of years.
Nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live here.
Dying here is much more likely.
Nice pep talk.
Number 1. Halo 3 ODST. In a universe where we usually skip through life playing as the invincible Master Chief, it's easy to forget that regular Marines are laying down their lives to make it all happen. Tarkov is just one of these bog-standard soldiers, and in the space of 2 minutes, we follow his military career from initial motivation to facing brutes on the battlefield. Bungie tried a darker, narrower plot for this spin-off, a stark contrast to Noble Team's heroics in the Deliver Hope trailer. If this is what can be crammed into 2 short minutes, who knows what's possible in a full Hollywood adaptation? Fingers crossed. Do you agree with our list? Which live-action trailer got you hyped for what was coming up?
Awesome.
For more top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That was not in the script.